Well, so here's what I'm into today. I'm doing a fret level on a relatively, well, new to me. It's still got the plastic on the pick guard, plastic on the neck. It's a 2019 Deluxe Nashville Telecaster. I got it in a trade. It does need a slight fret leveling, so I'm gonna work on this guitar, and I figured while I'm into it, I'll show you what I'm going after, what I'm trying to accomplish. So I've already done one pass. Here's the, I just marked up the frets again. So I'm slowly gonna run this file across and let's see how level I get them in one pass. So this is a StewMac file, nice wooden handle. I'm gonna go really lightly. I'm putting no down pressure at all. I'm just letting the file do all the work. And I'm gonna do this until I see one fret completely filed to where I don't see any black ink all the way across the top of the fret. So not too bad. We'll get in close. This one's mostly clean. There's a high spot here. Here's a high spot. Here's a high spot. Every time you see black ink, it's a low spot in the fret. So here's a low spot. Here's a low spot. That one's mostly clean. Here's a low spot. This whole fret's low. And then because there's a roll off on the neck, you know, it actually starts to pitch down. All these will look black. So I'm gonna file away some more and come back and show you closer to final results. What I'm going to do here now is fret rock it really fast, see if I got any high spots left, and I check all the way across the fret. I did forget to say this neck, the wood is dead straight. Right here. Is that? Just on this little outside edge. Right here, it's really bad. In the middle here. Somebody loves me. And focus in. So I went through and checked them again. Right here is the 8th fret, so 9th fret, 10's good, 11 in the middle. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 needs some work. 17 needs some work. So I'm going to go back and spot level again. And then when I spot level, only look at the frets. Till the ink just goes away. Because you want to save as much of the fret as you can. Okay, that looks good. And I'm not putting any weight on the thing at all. Now let's check again. Okay, here's the one I just fixed. Perfect. Right here. I gotta go over that again. Yep, got them all except for this one spot. So everything's pretty level except for this one spot. And you can see how flat the crown of this fret is. See how wide this spot is compared to this fret and this fret? So this one was extremely high. I've remarked all the frets so they'll have black tops again. And what I'm going to do is take this leveling beam. It's a pretty nice leveling beam, and I've got sandpaper stuck to it. Once again, I'm just going to do a couple passes, and hopefully it'll clean them all off within 1 or 2 passes. Let's see. Well, that was more like 10 passes. But let's get in here and look. Yeah, it's hard to see. I should have used blue ink instead of black, but you can see it's cleaned most of them off. As we get up past the 12th fret, that's when the fall away starts, and you can see the fret stops will stay black. And so what I'll do, I like to put a piece of tape about the 9th fret, and so that the plane will ride up on the tape, and just give it just a tiny angle the other way. So here's 12, 11, 10, 9. I'll put it right here. And then just put barely any pressure on it, so that we're putting just a little bit of fall away into the neck. I'm also rolling over the sides too. Yep. And so if you look at that, that was maybe, I don't know, I went at it pretty hard. Here's the teeter point where I gave my leveling file a little bit of angle, and all the tops are clean. So now I'm going to fret rock them one more time. I'll fret rock them one more time, and if they're good, I'll start crowning. So let's see how we did. Actually, let's get rid of some of this sanding. Sorry for the noise. Here we go. Yeah, these were good from right here. Is just a little high. What fret is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to fix that. I'm going to check it after I've crowned them, because I don't want to take any more fret meat off than I have to. Good. Good. There's only one spot right here. But I'm going to go ahead and start crowning them. I'll just get started on that to show you how I crown them and what tool I use. I use the old style wooden tool that you can get from StewMac that's got the interchangeable files in them, and all I do is match the crown top to the width of my frets. I've got the medium one in right now. I think it's the one I'll keep. Yeah, that's wide. That's way too wide. This is too narrow. Yep. So we're going to go with the medium one. What I'll do is mark them all again, which is the biggest reason why to have tape on the neck, so you don't get permanent marker all over the fretboard. The only advice I can give is don't force your tools. Let the weight of the tool do most of the work, especially with files. And all I do is try to keep it as perpendicular square as you can, and then Go over it once, twice, and then I can see that the fret is a little bit more concave than the tool is, so I'll slowly do this. And I just want to see a tiny little thin line. So I took a little bit too much off here. I should do this instead of talk. But as you can see, I'm trying to get this tiny little line right in the center of the fret, just so it has a good crown. So let's mark that again. And do this without talking, dummy. Yep, all the way across, very good. Very good. 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 So this fret I filed a lot on, so that line is fat still, and I'm trying to get it thin. Yep, now let's look at that real close. Zoom in. See how thin that line is right in the center of the fret? Just like this one. That one's really thin. I did a good job there. I haven't started this one. So I'll just keep going back and forth on this. Hopefully I'll be done, I don't know, an hour or so. Let's see. Okay, so I've got the frets leveled, crowned, and I filed the edges with my file. Now I'm going to start taking the scratches out of the frets. And all I do is I like to start at 400, then I'll go to maybe 6, then 8, then maybe 1,000, then maybe 2,000, and then steel wool. I highly recommend you do those jumps because it makes it go a lot faster. All we're doing is progressively taking more and more scratches out of the frets, and you don't want to, if you start with 1,000, you're going to be there all day trying to get the scratches out. So I just cut a piece about this big. This is 400 grit. Then I'll do the edges first. And yeah, it's the same thing, it's kind of a feel thing. When you first start, it makes a lot of noise and it fights you a little bit. And then I'll run over the tops of the frets real fast. And all I'm doing is, where my finger's curved, I'll do this side and then this side and then touch it on the top real fast. And the first step, you can tell how good you're doing because there's still ink left on it. And if you've not sanded the ink out, obviously you've not sanded the scratches out. But it gives you a good idea how much time you have to spend with each grit. And you have to take breaks too, because I'm already starting to get a finger cramp. Then once you've addressed each one, you see a lot of guys doing this. Doing the whole fretboard at once. And then when it gets pretty uniform, stop and inspect your work. It's pretty good. And it's much easier to do with a non-set neck guitar, since you can set the neck off, take the neck off. So I'm gonna clean this up. And I'll go to the next grit, and you can tell that, you know, the paper's still good. You could use this a bunch more times. So I'll come back when I get close to getting finer grits done. Okay, I went through 400, 600, 800, 1,000, and I just finishing up with 2,000. It's smooth as a pancake now. How smooth are pancakes? But anyway, you can see they're already starting to get shine back. I don't see any scratches in them. And if you get up on the edge, you can see with the filing and doing all those grits, the ends are even getting shiny. So I'm getting ready to go to steel wool now. But let's make some more noise. Get rid of all the dust. Maybe I should do a ASMR guitar setup. That's not a bad idea. We'll do that next. Okay, I'm jumping into 4/0 steel wool, 0000, 4 zeros. At this stage, I actually do start using these again, only because I will use the steel wool till I feel the, you know, when you first start doing it, you'll feel a little grit and a little metals fighting you back, and then it'll start to get easy. But if you have tape on here, the tape kind of hides that feel, so I put these on, the fret protectors or whatever you call them, and I just start rubbing back and forth until I feel it getting smooth. Because now we're just polishing them. It's fighting me a little bit. Then you can feel it get smooth. And I don't know if you can see this. Maybe if I rock it in the light. The first 2 frets are done. The rest of them are not done yet. So yeah, that feels good. So I'm gonna finish doing this, and that's it. So I'm done. I just got done with the steel wool. I don't like doing fret level jobs. The only thing I like about it is the very first level, when you put the beam on it, get it straight, and find the high frets and get the rocking out. I enjoy that part. But as far as recrowning and polishing, I hate doing it. I hate taping. But untaping is the other part of the job I like. So I like the initial leveling and the untaping. Everything else stinks. Because I'm slow at it. I'm right at 2 hours into it. And when you tape these up, I always lay, you know, one piece along the fretboard first, because it speeds up taking this stuff off. Hopefully it'll come off in one big piece, I hope. Can I be able to do it? No. Shice. Okay. Inspect my work. It looks very clean. Except for here, I didn't tape it off here just so I could show you. All this was taped, but I didn't tape the last 2 frets, and can you see the dirt in there if it focuses? But I'll clean that up with probably some alcohol wipe or a damp towel. All the fret sprout is gone. It feels totally smooth. You can probably see they super glued the frets in from this end, and I got that all polished back down, but you can still see the glue through the lacquer. But man, it feels good. It's smooth and level. So awesome. Let's clean her up. I don't know if this will come out, but here's the neck I just did, and this is a American-made Eric Johnson Strat, the artist model. So it's a more expensive Strat, but we're gonna get up on the frets and compare, see if you can see any difference. Both necks. Well, of course the Strat's dirty because I play it all the time, but you can see doing a fret level job and a polish yourself, you can get it better, you know, better looking than factory American made Fenders. I could put polish on here as well, but I'm not going to do that, only because polish looks awesome and it's shiny, but if you sweat as much as I do and play as much as I do, you'll turn that polish into grime real fast. I don't know, maybe it does get more micro scratches out. Maybe you wouldn't hold dirt as fast, but I'm going to stop here because I want to put the guitar back together and play it. Yep, nice and smooth. Let's see what we can do here. Erase this. Okay.